99X, same as it ever was. Barnes, Leslie, Jimmy's here all morning today. Coming up at 9:20, former UGA quarterback superstar Aaron Murray. We're going to talk about some football. Football! Who do you have this weekend, JB? Give me a prediction. Georgia or Texas?
I'm all Bulldog. I'm all Bulldog. And Barnes, you're, of course.
Longhorn. Final score, JB. What's it going to be?
Oh, that I can't do. I don't know.
You got no gut?
Let's say I'll go 28-25.
Whoa, that's pretty specific.
The random 25.
I think we'll win by a touchdown.
I'm going to say Texas 35-21.
Okay. Barnes, you know, you're not going to be able to maintain your favorite morning show in Atlanta by flying the Longhorn colors like this.
I have amnesty for this one weekend. I would do the same thing if we were in Austin and you were a Bulldog. I would say you can talk all you want. We may play each other again.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what's crazy.
Right.
Okay, so JB, we're going to do the Morning X Top 5 right now. You remember how to do this? You have to get, like, Marvelous 3 did our custom little intro, so you have to really get into it.
Gotta get into it.
Just for a few seconds.
Come on.
Listen to Leslie, who never says anything.
Oh, stop it.
Gotta get into it. Well, let's go. Here we go. These are the top 5 audio clips of the week that flow through the Morning X. Let's get to the countdown. Jimmy Barron in the guest seat today. Number 5. We found out some really strange news from one of our core artists, Billy Corgan. And he just drops this nugget on the Howie Mandel podcast out of nowhere and so calmly.
After all these years.
And I was like, what?
Whoa.
About 10 years ago, it sounds about right time-wise, one of my brothers was having a birthday party. And my stepmother was there, who was obviously married to my mother, not my real mother, but my stepmother.
Who was married to your father.
Yes, but who I grew up with.
Right.
And my stepmother said to me, do you know who Bill Burr is? Now, at that point, I'd never heard of Bill Burr. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know he was a comedian or he could have been the guy down the street.
Right.
And she said, well, he's this comedian, da-da-da. And I think I even somehow called up a picture on a phone. And I kind of noticed right away, like, gee, he really looks like my father. Bill Burr looks more like my father than Bill Burr looks like me or I look like Bill Burr. So I said to my mother, like, well, why are you asking me this? You know, I thought maybe the first thing she was just going to say, oh, I just thought you noticed the resemblance. She goes, I think it might be one of your father's illegitimate children. Bill Burr might be one of the children that your father sired in his days on being a traveling musician.
I mean, I can see it visually.
They look exactly alike.
I mean, they do look identical. I mean, Bill Burr does talk about his dad a lot in his act because, I don't know.
So he could be his stepbrother.
His stepbrother. I mean, I would imagine there would be some kind of future commentary from Bill Burr on this.
It's got to be an update on this soon.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, they need to go take the test. Let's get down to it. Mm-hmm. Number 4. Have either of you seen the Yacht Rock thing yet?
I haven't watched the doc yet.
I forgot what channel, which network, but I watched it. I was kind of disappointed.
Really? I heard it was good.
I
A lot of bands were left out, is what I understood.
They kind of drug it along. It was kind of boring. I mean, some of the stuff was interesting in it, but one of the funniest parts to come out of this whole thing was when the producer tried to call Donald Fagen from Steely Dan and wanted to get him involved.
Oh, I've heard about this. I haven't heard the audio, though. Yeah.
Here it is.
Hello, Mr. Fagen.
Yeah, this is he.
Yeah, hi, this is Garrett. I'm the one making this Yacht Rock documentary.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I've been talking to a lot of people that have played with you and Steely Dan over the years, and I was wondering if you'd sit down with me and talk about your music and this genre.
And what genre is that?
Yacht Rock.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, I tell you what. Why don't you go yourself?
He hung up on me.
Do not call me Yacht Rock.
Okay, hang on a minute. Let's dissect this a minute.
Donald Fagen, not a fan.
Well, but wait a minute. He calls him up and records the conversation, which you cannot do without telling the person.
In some states, you can.
I mean, how does this get into a movie without Donald Fagen's?
Because I think he loves the fact that he told him to go F himself.
Probably was proud of it.
Yeah. I'm sure he said, hey, can I use that in the film? And he's probably like...
He's like, heck yeah.
I mean, they are a staple. I happen to love that station on Sirius.
Hold on, this may not be in it. I don't remember seeing this part in the documentary unless I was on my phone.
So maybe it's not in the doc.
I think this could have just been independent of it.
Oh, really? Okay, well, that may be. Then I can maybe see it.
Yeah, I don't think it was actually in it. Great, nonetheless.
That is
really
wow.
funny.
And they're a staple on that station in the yacht rock genre.
Apparently, they don't like it.
Right.
All right, the Morning X Top 5. At number 3, science has figured out how to get a song unstuck from your head. Does this happen to you? I'm sure it's a Springsteen song. You're walking around your house singing the same.
Occasionally it is, but occasionally it's also something annoying and stupid, right? It's whatever. Often it's whatever you hear the first thing in the morning.
You're probably singing, I see the apple falling, that stupid Brat song. Never mind.
Well, I think let's try it on Jimmy. Let's try this on Jimmy.
So scientists have come up with this piece, and you can search it and like I think it's called earworm eraser, and you can have it on your phone the next time it happens. But this will get it out of your head. There you go. You're clear.
This is an app?
No,
This
it's
is
just
just
a clip that they designed, these audiologists designed to get rid of it.
Okay.
Morning X, top 5 audio of the week. Going on to number 2, and there's a lot of suspicion around this clip. It's Britney Spears, who thinks that she is turning 5 and that she's moving to Mexico. I'm very suspicious of this because I've read other articles, like I mentioned, where she's got it all together. She's working on all her finances. She's got ambition.
I know, but this is so disturbing.
I just think she knows how to get attention, and she's playing us. I mean, that's what I want to believe.
You think Britney's playing all of us?
She wouldn't do that, Barnes. That's not her nature.
I just don't know. Here's the clip that she put on Instagram. It's number 2 on the Morning X Top 5.
I'm not really sure why the paparazzi have me going on a plane looking like I'm wearing a Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. I don't know why I have a torch in my hand, honestly. I think my friend accidentally gave that to me. But anyways, it's my birthday. I'm not turning 42. I'm turning 5 this year. I'm turning 5 years old. And I have to go to kindergarten tomorrow. It really kind of hurts my feelings that the paparazzi make my face look like I'm wearing like a white Jason mask. It doesn't even look like me. They've always been incredibly cruel to me. The paparazzi in pictures and the way they've illustrated me to be in some of it. I know I'm not perfect at all by any means, but some of it is extremely mean and cruel. And that's why I've moved to Mexico.
See, she kind of came out of character right there at the end. I fully believe this is fake.
Now, what is that from?
That's her, from her Instagram.
Barnes, how is that not the number 1 piece of audio is what I want to know.
Just wait for it.
I don't know. You know, picking on Britney Spears is low-hanging fruit, but she doesn't do anything that is not calculated.
That's what I'm saying.
Because she has been struggling to be relevant for 20 years now.
I mean, her book was a bestseller last year.
And I actually have sympathy and empathy for a lot of what has happened in her life. I mean, right?
Of course.
The whole thing with her mom or whatever, and all the ex-husbands. But this feels very forced to me.
That's what I think. Leslie doesn't buy it. She thinks it's an emergency.
I think this is it.
This is it.
I'm nervous for her is what I'm saying.
I don't know. Anyway, number 1. There's a little football game. Once upon a time, 2 teams faced off once already, and now they're going to face off again. But that doesn't leave the debate closed because there are so many schools that are demanding that they're a part of it. But then all of a sudden, when they saw they weren't going to be a part of it, hi, Alabama. they started coming up with reasons why, we don't want to be in it anyway.
Of the SEC championship?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to be there anyway.
Well, there was a valid case for the Bulldogs to not want to be part of it.
Yeah, but you want to be in that game.
Well, that's what Kirby said. Yeah.
You want to win that game.
Which, what else is he going to say? But
and you want to try and block Texas from coming in for the first year and winning the hardware from you.
Yes. I mean, you got to say you want to be in the game. You're not going to get in the game and say, we would rather not be in the game so we get better seating in the
stupid.
In the Natty. But
so this Alabama fan summed it up in 1 minute, I thought, quite nicely.
Y'all can count on Lane to say what everybody else is thinking. Lane gonna keep it 100. Listen, Lane said, ain't nobody trying to play in the SEC championship and forfeit their opportunity to be in the playoff when we could be in the playoff anyway. And then not to mention we get in there and we get hurt. It's like pluses and minuses to this. Lane is like, this is chess, not checkers. Being an SEC championship, maybe it don't mean that much anymore. I mean, we done took away the divisions. I don't understand why. I digress. But here's the thing. The SEC is like the Matrix. We didn't beat them, they beat us, and then their cousin beat them, and then their mama beat them. It's just like, whew, it's too much. So then we down here in the weeds with all the tiebreakers, right? It's like if they do this and then they do that, and they do it on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 2 p.m., then maybe they'll be in the SEC championship. Lane said, miss me with that. It don't sound good as it used to be, right? And I tend to agree with him because as much as I would love the SEC championship as an experience, I don't have to have Bama to go. Because guess what? I want to be in. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Well,
so she does make one kind of valid point because
I think so too.
Right. With
which?
Well, I mean, with how they've reshuffled and how they've restructured the whole, the playoffs, it is kind of odd that it puts schools in a position where, normally, right, the SEC championship would have been like the brass ring, and now it may or may not be the brass ring that...
Well, it's pretty important. This game means nothing to Georgia and Texas because they'll both be in, but it is a bye. So you're playing for something.
Right, that's true. I mean...
3 weeks off.
Kirby said, the SEC championship, any way you cut it, it is one of the biggest sporting events in the country.
Yes.
Wow. So I get that.
Oh, one more sleep. I cannot wait for tomorrow. If you're at the game, say, hey, come find me and I'll do something.
Yeah. I'll talk to you on Sunday,
if you can rappel up into the suite area, just come find me. I'm very accessible in my suite.
Oh, yeah. Barnes is so accessible.
Easy. I'll be the only one wearing Longhorn gear, right? All right. There's your top 5. This is the Morning X. It's Barnes, Leslie, and Jimmy today on 99X.